All right, the next email that was sent to me was actually sent to me by an Emirati, okay, a very educated Emirati. He has writes very well. I also spoke to him. He had written a rather lengthy email, and he had shared this with me. And he told me that he doesn't agree with all my views. He was a very intelligent chap, okay. And this is what he has said in the email. The email is pretty long. I've just summarized the whole thing. So this is what he says in the email. He said, Loy, you must have read about the latest news of emiratization in banking. Okay. It will increase from 26% to nearly 50% over the next 3 years. That means there will be a potential of more than thousands of jobs for Emiratis, but at the same time, it also means that a number of expatriates will be losing their jobs. However, this is not going to be very feasible or easy for these banks. Now, why does he say that? He says, as per our religion, Islam, giving interest, receiving interest, recording of interest is prohibited. And anyone who really follows his religion will not get into this. This is the first point. The second point, he says, local Emiratis, even my friends, do not like working for banks, okay, because they go against the core Islamic principles. However, we prefer to get jobs in governments or, tier one companies. Tier one is like Emar, Damac, Do, those kind of companies, okay? He says, the ones who do not get a government job, or in the second level, who do not get Emar, Damac, Do, only those kind of people will join a bank. So it's looked upon basically as, a lower level kind of a job. He's saying, the third point which you need to know is, banks mean long hours. Okay, you need to work long hours. You need to be very accurate. You need to follow rules. You need to follow protocol standards. And local Emiratis do not like such jobs. They do not like high pressurized jobs. They do not like jobs where they are held accountable and they are held responsible for everything that they do. That is why many locals prefer not working in corporate banking, investment banking, debt capital, treasury, financial institutions, frontline retail banking, credit risk approval, okay? They like working for operations, or they like working for a laid back job. That is why I can safely tell you that 95% of our Emirati friends, local brothers, sisters, whatever, okay, we prefer working in operations role. Why? Because we can leave the office at around 4 p.m. and spend time with our family. Another reason why local men or Emiratis do not like a career in banking is because when it comes to seeking a bride, the girls' families prefer a man to have a career outside banking, as number one, it is not permissible in Islam. I don't know, this is what he says. The other thing is, most of the household where family members are there, we live in big families. We have, like, the father, he has both his wives stay in two houses which are joined, like a big villa. This side is one wife, this side is another wife, it can be a third wife. And what he said is, the entire family, all the families, they go together, they spend time, they have barbecues and all that. So they want the man of the house to reach home on time at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the evening, and they can spend time with him. The family doesn't want a single member of the family coming home after sunset. Now, I don't know this. This is maybe Emiratis or Emirati Muslims. Okay. Emiratis are Muslims. Okay. Nowadays, locals, that is Emiratis, are making all their effort to get jobs in Diva or in Do or Etisalat, as these companies pay locals a very high salary from 35,000 to 40,000 a month. That is starting salary. That means you just start your first job, you'll get 35,000. That's 10,000 US dollars and above. And you will be guaranteed a promotion in 2 years. That means you'll get a salary increment every 2 years or whatever, and a potential jump of 10,000 dirhams. Okay, that's $2,700. Okay. So nowadays, banks have started offering locals higher salaries, but now they have the challenge with the market conditions, and they need to pressure locals to work hard, which is why many locals do not want to join banks, because they don't want this pressure. But the only option which the banks have is to pay a salary of 25 to 35,000 However, the problem is now, would you keep 4 to 5 expatriates or would you keep one local? That is a major question banks have. So anyway, he has written many other things, but I didn't think it would be, I don't know, safe, appropriate, or whatever. I didn't want to share all this. I just shared only what is required in terms of the banking sector. So you can tell me if this is right or wrong. This was actually written to me by an Emirati. Okay.